Scott Borgerson proves reliability still matters most. Essex, Maryland. Long-haul truck driver with more than 20 years of experience moving freight across the mid-Atlantic and East Coast. Before sunrise in Essex, Maryland, the streets are quiet and the Bay Air is cool. A single truck engine rumbles to life in a driveway near Back River Neck Road. It is the sound neighbors have heard for years. Behind the wheel is Scott Borgerson, a driver who has spent most of his life on the road and most of his career keeping goods moving when people need them most. Scott grew up in a close and steady community. His father worked long shifts at the Sparrows Point Steel Mill, and his mother cared for patients at Franklin Square Hospital. Their work shaped how he saw responsibility. He spent weekends in his uncle's garage learning how engines worked, why parts failed, and how patience and care saved time. These early moments became the base for the way he drives today. Scott was never drawn to a standard classroom path. In high school, he joined the Career and Technology Education program and spent most of his time in the auto shop. He rebuilt engines, helped repair school equipment, and joined Skills USA competitions. He liked solving problems with his hands. At 21, he earned his CDL and began driving refrigerated trucks for a small grocery distributor. The work taught him how sensitive freight could be and how every minute mattered. Later, he moved to larger companies that carried everything from building supplies to food service materials. Each step gave him a new kind of route, a new kind of cargo, and a new set of people to work with. Today, Scott is a senior operator with a Baltimore-based logistics group that serves port terminals, warehouses, and manufacturing sites across the mid-Atlantic. He has passed the 2 million accident-free mile mark and is known by dispatch as Steady Scott. Colleagues say he is the driver who shows up early, plans ahead, and keeps calm on long days. He often says a simple line during training sessions: "Every load has a purpose." For him, trucking is not only travel, it is keeping grocery shelves full, supply chains stable, and hospitals stocked. It is service that people rely on without seeing it. Service is the center of Scott's story. It shows up in how he treats customers. It shows up in how he maintains his truck. It shows up in the routes he takes to haul wreaths for veterans in December. Scott volunteers with the Maryland Food Bank and often uses his own truck time to help with seasonal drives. He speaks with high school students who want to learn about trade careers and tells them that the road can offer a stable life if they respect the work. He also attends MMTA safety workshops each year to stay up to date on new rules and tools that make roads safer for everyone. One of Scott's favorite stories is from his early years on the I-95 corridor. He recalls stopping at a rest area during a heavy storm and meeting a rookie driver who was unsure if he should keep going. Scott looked at the sky, checked the radar, and told him to wait it out. Hours later, the new driver thanked him for the advice. It was not heroic. It was simple awareness. But Scott believes small moments like that shape better drivers and safer roads. He shares similar lessons with new hires at his company. He reminds them that safety starts with planning and that the road only works when every driver pays attention. He talks about leaving room between trucks, checking brakes at every stop, and keeping a clean log because it protects the whole team. These habits come from decades of repetition and respect for the work. When he is not on the road, Scott is home on the Chesapeake with his wife Linda and their 2 children. He restores classic trucks with his son, grills brisket for neighbors, and spends warm afternoons fishing in Middle River. He still keeps a vintage Kenworth in his garage and says it reminds him of why he fell in love with driving in the first place. Scott does not claim big titles or public attention. His impact is measured in safe miles, steady deliveries, and the people who learned from him along the way. He is part of the wide network of drivers who move goods so cities, towns, and families can live their daily lives without interruption. His story shows that service can come from simple actions done with care. It can come from a truck pulling out of a driveway before sunrise. It can come from a driver who treats every mile with purpose.